Alrighty, welcome back. We're back at it. We're going to put this wheel well in today. Basically, this is what the wheel well looks like welded up. We've got the piece bead rolled for this side. We got the outer construction of it welded to the face of the wheel well. You can see how we've got to grind it off. We've butt welded it right along the edge, and we held the metal right so we could grind off all the weld, and we're very happy with it. You can see the inside that we have penetration. You can see how the inside, you can see the penetration on it, so we're happy with that. We've got our square stock back there on that quarter panel, and all I did was take the exact same measurement off the other quarter panel and applied it on this side. Did the exact same thing, exact same mark, so I think we're basically in the exact same place. This side had a lot of bronze on the side of it, trying to get it off. It's quite something, but we got it beat back far enough that we got it off. And what happened is the wheel wells got opened up more because we got taken metal away and bronze away and weld that was above there, so it kept taking more off. When we put the wheel well in, I'm going to show you on the other side. We'll take a look at this side here first, seeing we're right here. Jolene helped me put it in yesterday. You can see this side here, how we've got it put in there. Jolene welded all that on the inside while I worked the outside, and we put it in together. I couldn't have done it without her. And basically what's going to happen today is we're going to do it again, and we're going to show you how we applied the wheel well. We're going to go over to the other side. We'll go over to the other side, Now we can see what the wheel well looks like applied. And basically what happened is we pushed the wheel well in, we got it tight against our square stock along the edge on the floor. We got it tight against there. We spot welded it all the way along there. Jolene did, while I stayed on the outside, kept it cool with a hose. Then we had to really pry the top in very hard, like to get it welded. There's some metal that wasn't that nice up in along here. It's shy a little bit, but we got it tacked in, we got it in place. So, as it's in place like this, with it just tacked in like this, we're going to add this. All this metal here is for, so we can put the fender on. I think I explained that the other day, and I will show that, or we will show that. But basically, this is going to be able to allow me to widen the fender out in the back, because I got all this metal, and I'm going to be allowed to bring it out some in the front because I got some metal. And I got some metal up here up top to be able to bring it out. You can see a piece here. I started it, and I said, no, what am I going to do right now? There's a piece I put right here. And what's going to happen is these fenders are going to get welded on and then bondoed on so they are one piece. They're not coming back off. I'm not trying to make them fit that way. But basically what I'm going to do is I got that all tack welded all the way along there, and then what we're going to do is weld a piece all the way along this side and this side with a nice weld all the way along each side. That'll weld continuously. Good job for Aiden. And I'll run a piece all the way up around there, so when we fill them out and make it work, it won't crack on us because we haven't got much metal there. Believe me, I have welded fenders on, just welded fenders on like that, and filled them, and they're okay. Some, I have had one that cracked, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a piece in between them so it can't come off, and the filler cannot, I won't have any problems with the filler after I put the fender on, having it as one piece. So basically right now, we're going to go to this side, and we're going to shove this wheel well in, and we're going to show this side. So it's looking pretty good from the inside. As you can tell, it's looking pretty good. I don't know what else to say in that. Everything is brand new. You can take a walk up front or up in the door there. Everything is brand new, so it's going good. And I keep talking about, I'll just get inside there for a second. I keep talking about what's going on. As this wheel well is in here, we're welded to the floor all the way along here, as you can see. We're welded all the way along the quarter panel, as you can see. Then there's going to become a brace from that B-pillar to this wheel well, just like up front on the A-pillar to the firewall. And that's just basic stuff for cars, how they're made. We're going to put another brace in from there to there, and we'll do the exact same B-rolls we do there. We'll connect it to the floor, connect it to the wheel well, connect it to the B-pillar, so everything's tight and right. Everything's going fantastic, but we need to put another wheel well in. And Jolene's going to put the camera down, and she's going to help me. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. This stuff doesn't just, It doesn't just go together like Lego. It does not do that. You have to struggle with it a little bit. And we struggled a little bit before we got the camera going and trying to get this cut back right, or trying to get it to fit right, sort of. We've got it fit in so we can just show you how we're going to apply it. But the back side of this is going to get connected to the square stock. And Jolene's going to weld it up for us. I'm going to get an air hose. Welcome, Jolene. Welcome, Jolene. Come on in. Gas prices are so high, Dolly Parton's is asking Jolene for a drive.
Carpooling.
What's that?
Carpooling.
Yeah, Dolly Parton's carpooling with Jolene. That was a tongue twister. Anyways, we're going to try to get it in place and then start welding it up and see what we can make of it. Also, this wheel well, I did not change anything. I made the pattern yesterday and I cut it out and I did the exact same thing. Jolene helped me. I held this piece up and then I put this piece on. Jolene tacked it on while I held it in place. So I just kind of held this piece here and held it so it was a 45 on the metal. It was right. And she just tacked it along and then I finished welding it. Anything else I should say? Welcome back. Thank you very much for coming back. We appreciate you watching our channel and making it go forward. We appreciate it. This is good stuff, really good stuff. So basically what's going on is we're building a car right in front of your very eyes, you know, basically, because it's not much of one when it started. So I'm going to, I need another glove. I'm procrastinating right now. You notice that? Yeah. I'm procrastinating. Oh, did you show the tire? Oh, we'll show that after. Yeah. Let's get this on. I'm procrastinating. All right, let's do it. So I left a little tit on the front here so the wheel well sits in just like it did last time. All right, I'm going to say that's it. Jolene's going to grab the pliers. And I want it, if you can put that on there, that'd be nice. Nope. No? No, I'm not tight enough really, is it? Tighten it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Squeeze that sucker. Hey. That's perfect. Oh my goodness, I guess it's perfect. Just like you. All right, you see that little tiny bit of hole there? Remember I showed you on the other side? Yeah. I think it's time to get in there and tack that bad boy. Please and thank you. Jolene's going to get ready there. I just want to make sure. Will you hold that just there for a second? Can you hold that? Just hold that in. And I am going to. Okay. I'm going to open this one up and put another one on so it don't come off. Okay. I'm going to take a look. Come on. Why can't I turn these damn things? I was giving you a hard time. Coming off now. All right. What I'm going to get you to do. We'll get a spot on. We should have got you ready, shouldn't we not? Jolene's going to get inside there. Do you want it on C or B? Turn on C, please. Thank you. There you go. Turn this wire speed up just a little tiny bit. A little more. That good. And then we'll listen, and then we'll see. She's going in, boys. She's going in. You got a pair of gloves?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, just let me put them on.
What we're doing right this present moment, or what we have decided, that Jolene's welding the wheel well to the spot welds that are already spotted to the floor and the square stock, so there's no missing. So we're gonna do right between these things here first, okay?
Okay.
We'll get one knot. Oh, just, yeah, go ahead. Get the air. All right, you go ahead.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. And we're zocking it on good. Make sure you're zocking on good, sweetheart.
Yep. You want me to go right here?
Second.
Right there?
Is it tight where you're gonna hit it?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Give me a good one. Good.
Oh, hang on, I gotta connect.
Huh?
I gotta connect them. There we go.
All right, I'm going to get the hammer. Are we tight? Is it tight all the way along? You want to get up in center? Go up in center there and put that on tight?
It is when you press in.
Yeah. Tight now?
Yep. Do you want me to go up the center?
Just a second. Yeah, hit center.
Center?
Tight, was it?
Yep.
Good. Let's work our way down to the front.
Okay.
Wherever it's 6 inches probably.
Yep. Ready?
Perfect. I just don't want the wheel wells warped up or anything, or, you know, any. Go ahead, 6 inches down towards the front.
Yep. Okay, there.
Yeah. You let me know if it's not tight, okay?
Yep.
We know we're getting good penetration. If you need anything to get
I'm
in
just
there
getting my
tighter,
light. Yeah.
fired up, is it?
Yeah, I got my light now. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Good. All right, go ahead, next one.
Can you push it any tighter?
Push it tighter, you say?
Yeah.
Whereabouts, in the front?
Yeah, the front.
That good?
Yep.
Good. All right, you're gonna start going down the back.
You want me to
Where
start?
you want to start?
Do you want to start back here?
It don't matter. Yeah, go ahead. Is it tight?
Yeah, I can't really see.
Want me to push it in?
Yeah, push it in if you can. Okay.
Okay. We can tell it's fitting nice just by the spot weld is running along with our line, and that was, that's coincidence. I thought it over a little bit. Go ahead, 6 inches.
In between those two?
What?
Do you want me to go in between those two?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can do one right above the.
I'm going to go in between the next two.
I'll just take this off and go there.
Yep.
Is that tight?
Yep.
Okay, put one there. Welder sounds good. Sounds like it's burning in nice. Now you're just going to go up 6 inches from that other one, or
Yep.
whatever
bit
the same
further.
distance. Kind of give it a distance there, like the rest of them you got going.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Ready. Oh,
Beautiful.
hang on.
Huh?
There we go.
Got it?
Yep.
How's your knees?
Good.
You want to put one in between those two? Is that tight?
Yep, it is.
Okay, give her. You let me know if it's not tight where you're going to weld it, and I'll push it in.
Yeah. There you go.
Go for another one?
Yep.
Is it tight?
Yep.
Just keep going.
Okay. At the very end.
What's that?
At the very end, it needs to be like.
Can't hear you?
It's not very tight at the very last, the edge of it. If you can
Not
push.
the very last one?
Yeah. Like
What,
right,
down by the
right
front?
in the corner. Maybe it's a square tubing holding it up. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Give her.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you for saying something. That's a good thing. That means something. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're going to start at the back, just go all the way to the front again?
Yep.
Just do it again.
Okay. It's I don't know if the air is messing with the weld
Maybe.
or
I'll go ahead. Maybe.
hang on.
Yeah, we're cool with the cucumber.
I don't know.
What?
Might be out of gas.
I'll check. I'll check.
Okay.
I don't think we're out of gas. I don't think.
Seems like it keeps sputtering and popping.
Pull the trigger. It's okay now? Working okay? Is it not working okay? Or
Well, it just seems to like.
it
sputter.
sounds good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Just let me see. Is your nozzle clean?
Might not be.
could make a difference. It's like Jolene said, you can't expect the same results if you don't change something. And we'll just change the nozzle.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
That was good.
How's that one?
Good.
Mess with your results of air.
Whoa. I'm gonna go right.
No, you got right down the end?
Yeah.
Oh, you want that pried in there?
Yeah, if you can.
Am I on the square stock?
Just down a little bit. Oh. Yep, right there. Nope. Sorry. Right there. There we go.
The only reason I'm putting the air on it because I don't want this to go boingy. And I want to weld it up. Looks good.
Okay. Coming back
Maybe
down.
one in there.
Yeah.
Maybe one in between there.
Yeah.
And one in between the last two.
Okay, do you want me to do all three?
Yeah, go
there?
for it.
Okay.
I got the air right here. That one's good. Try not to blow it. Try to blow it when the red goes away. That way there you don't blow the weld away because it's molten steel when it's red. If you blow on it too early, you can blow the steel away. You got her?
Yep.
Awesome.
Do you want me to go in between here at all?
What's that?
Should that be done?
They're fine.
Okay.
Unless you want to do another one, it's up to you. Go for it if you want one. Just another weld. Why don't you go all the way down front and put another one up front there, down the bottom where it was looped or had to hold it in. All the way down front. Put another one in between those two. Up that way.
All the way down front?
Yeah, all the way down the front. You got two there. Put one in between those ones.
Whoops.
You okay?
Yep. Okay.
Good.
Jim's here.
Hey, Jimbo. What's going on, man?
Reminds me of the days when, back when I was a teenager, I built that fabricated.
Yeah?
And the first thing I did, there was no floor, no frame. It was a total wreck. And I spent a whole year putting flares on 50 series tires all the way around.
Yeah.
With no car. And then later on, I found a 77 car that had a good floor.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Do we want to mic that man?
Yeah.
We want to mic you.
I'll give you
so
my
they
mic.
can hear you. Just give us a sec. Just give us a second. Let us mic you. Everybody else might want to hear you too, Jimbo. I've watched your video on your brake pit, on your brake thing. You want something that welded up to you? You're a bad cat. Look at that now, would you?
Someone told me that's cast iron,
It might be.
but I heated it several times and stuff, and it never broke. And I even stuck it in the water just like it was regular steel.
He was making a knife.
But usually when you weld a cast iron,
Yeah.
it cracks right beside the weld if it cools too quick.
Yeah. Good job, Jolene.
Like if someone, back in the olden days when they used to bronze.
He mic'd that quick? You're
Oh.
good. So back in the day, you did a what? A Trans Am?
Oh,
This.
yeah, well, first car I built when I was like 17 was a 70 Firebird. And the frame was all rusted out, no floor, cracked windshield, and rusted. And I spent a whole year and welded flares on it all the way around and put 50 series tires on it. And then the car was in so bad a shape, it was kind of overwhelming because I wasn't that good at it. I did a good job on the flares, but
Yeah.
I was passionate about that, but I wasn't about the floor and the frame was totally gone. So, and leaf springs were right up through the trunk. So anyway, later on I found a 77 Firebird. So I cut the flares off the 70 Firebird and welded them on. So these flares, another 6 months or so, I welded them on the 77. Then I cut the back window out and put the 70 back window in it because I want the 70 front end, which I changed to I put the 70 front end on the 77.
Watch your steps. We heard you triple.
So anyway, in the end results was I didn't get the flares just right on the bottom, and I had no money to buy any of the merchandise like the motor stuff that I needed. Yeah. So it sat with a tarp over it for 20 years. And then back in 90...
For 20 years?
20 years it sat there. And then finally about around year 1998, I finished welding it up, put a motor in it and spent some money and put the thing on the road and I drove it. But the problem was it was welds, painted flat black with irrigation pipe sticking out underneath the driver's door as exhaust with headers.
Irrigation
with great big 2.5 inch like cherry bombs with headers with irrigation pipes stuck out like ciders. And the car, it didn't have a great deal of power on the street, but it was some fun on dirt roads. But the problem was, it was so dangerous to drive, it was worse than my dirt bike days, because the chances of rolling it off the road into a telephone pole or going down in the ditch was bad. It was the same idea as, it's a good thing that Oldsmobile doesn't have a pause track, That's all I can say, because since it doesn't spin around circles, there's no incentive to spin around circles because the damn thing won't do circles. But anyway, this kind of reminds me of that whole atmosphere because it's not a traditional build. It's got a lot of inspiration of radicalness about it.
There's the tires. There's the tires we're going to try to put on.
That's your coffee table.
That's a coffee table. There's one in the house actually for the coffee table.
Okay. This is the garage's coffee table.
That's you got the,
So you just need rims.
I do. So I'm just going to take a look inside.
Maybe somebody that drag races and stuff might have a line on. You almost need like 12-inch wide, don't you?
I do. I need at least 10-inch wide. You can see the wheel wells in it now. How it's looking. It's looking pretty darn good. It's all brand new in there. It's coming.
I was wondering, how come you just brought that down that far, not to the bottom of the frame?
Well, see, I'm going to cut that off. This is getting cut off.
Oh.
Right underneath that thing right there.
Oh, okay.
That's just the inside sill. So basically the running board's going to go in there. And
actually, it might not even matter if it's cut off.
Yeah, it might not.
You know, because it's in underneath the running board.
But I'd like to have it tidy. But the running board, I'd say, is going to go underneath this. So it's pretty darn close where it's at. And I knew I only needed that much, so that's all I put in there.
You know, I have to say, maybe you're not getting any better. Maybe I just notice it more. But
you're probably right, Jimbo.
But it seems super neat and clean the way you have it blended together exactly as the frame. Because usually your frames, you hack them so bad in the back end for your low riding that you end up covering them up so that they look like you don't waste the time rounding them and stuff. But where this thing's so high, you kind of left it original. Because usually you low ride them and you have to modify and change
I put them down over top, yeah. And I'm leaving this one above. But that wheel well went in there, not bad at all. It's in there.
Yep. Well,
and you can see how we're going to be able to widen the fender out because that's this piece here is going to hold the fender.
Yep.
Right?
And the tire still sticks out by.
And the tire still sticks out by. So we're basically about the same there. I'm thinking that wheel well could win you. Just taking a look at this wheel well, I think I'm going to cut this here. That line I just put on there, I want to shove that in a little bit further because that one's in just a little bit further.
Yeah.
You know, there's a little bit further here. There's only that much distance. So I'm going to trim that off, slide that in there just a little bit further. But basically, that's how the wheel well is going to go. Yep. I'm going to help Jimbo out.
Well, no, I'm very impressed. And
well, thank Jimbo.
And that blue, the one that you guys grew up with.
Yeah.
Me being like 10 years older, I grew up with the green one.
Usually.
But the blue one is starting to rub on me a little. I'm starting to agree with it better.
Oh, yeah?
But I was always stuck on the green one, right?
Do you mind if I take this, sweetheart? Come, let's see what you got to do.
Well, anyway, this is
torch
my
work?
brace. Yeah, I need it welded here.
Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
And here maybe, but not there because that touches the transmission mount.
Yeah.
But I need it welded here, here, and there.
Okay.
Just those three spots. There, there, and in there.
Okay.
And this.
I'll do this one, then we'll talk about that one.
Okay. Yep.
Did you want to try it with the MIG welder?
No.
Nope.
No, not today.
You're a torch man.
No, it's the same thing as far as the pedal.
Oh, yeah.
So
it is the same thing, yeah.
The metal turning rad, it's the same thing.
Got her,
I understand it.
I don't understand. You've got everything rocking and rolling, everything you need, eh? Basically?
No, yeah, go ahead. I spent like 2 days trying to make everything work the way
that you want it to work
without modifying anything, and there was something in the way on every movement I made. It was impossible.
Did it piss you off?
No, but it frustrated me.
Okay.
I had to give it a rest.
We had to give it a rest. In here, Jimbo? Right in here?
Yes.
And you want on the back side of this little piece here too?
If you want. Yep.
Wherever you want it to. Just like when I asked you how many tires.
It can't go anywhere. And
Watch this hard.
oh, you did that side? That's probably good.
I can do the other side you want.
No. Well, yeah, you can't weld here because
Okay.
that's how close it is.
So I got
but
that side. You want that done?
Oh, yes, that there.
I'll do that.
Yep.
I do that.
That's more important. But anyway, once I started hacking and cutting in, it's still a pretty close fit in there. And the transmission mount was right in the way. So anyway, by putting that piece of metal on the top, I had to make sure it was going to miss everything. That held everything in place so I could cut the bottom stuff out and keep my alignment.
I just threw some on the back of that.
There.
You want some on the back of that? Can I throw them on the back of that?
It probably doesn't need it, but if you want.
Well, it looks better. At least they can't say you didn't weld it up.
This is the more important thing anyway.
What, the damned old brand? And you want that front piece done?
If you think it's necessary.
Well, sort of the brake system.
Well, it does bolt in there pretty solid. It can't go anywhere. Anyway,
You can grind that out if you have to.
This brake pedal, I believe it's cast iron or a property of cast iron. I think it's a little more steel in it than cast iron. But anyway, I'm not
Don't
touching
touch it.
Oh, what a beautiful job. Wow, okay. Yeah, beautiful. Almost looks like solder.
It welded in nice. You know why? Because you got that heat. You took all the contaminants out with the torch.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Someone told me old metal, if you take a torch and you heat up your metal first along the edge where you're going to MIG weld, it does a better job.
Oh, listen, that welded nice.
So anyway, this slightly cast iron, the first one I had, I notched it and hit it with a hammer and hit it with a hammer again and it broke right off. Yeah. So I had this one, I came from the other junkyard. So I notched it and I heated it red hot and then just bent it over and I got it to fit. But someone told me that, oh my Lord, that's like a pretty safety thing is the brake pedal, right? So I decided that this rod on the side, it might be easier to weld that right in because if you welded those in first, then you have to grind.
So you want me to weld that right on there like that?
Whatever, you're in charge here.
I'm going to weld it right in like that.
Yep.
Basically, it looks like the thing to
but
do.
I think it might be cast, but I think it's more cast steel than it is cast iron. Because it didn't behave like cast iron. Cast iron, when you heat it up and it cools, it usually
behave.
You know, cracks.
This is going to be some brake pedal, I'll tell you that.
What?
This is going to be some brake pedal arm, I tell you that. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be quite an arm. Like you're not going to break that.
Oh, you're welding it completely.
Oh yeah, I may as well. Make it look good.
Yeah, okay. Okay, as long as it shouldn't warp. I think it's not like sheet metal, is it?
Well, I'll run it. Yeah, it shouldn't. Jeez, I wouldn't think, but. I'll weld the end so it can't take off, and then I'll go back and down there and do that side.
Wow. I came to the right place.
Came to the right place. Get her in the middle.
Well, you see, with manual brakes, if you stomp on the brake pedal, you stop faster than if you just lightly push on the brake pedal. So it's important to have it extra strong in case I'm headed right for the house.
It's not acting like cast iron, but it could be good enough metal to.
Well, when I heated it up, I think I could have steel welded it. And as far as I know, usually cast iron, you bronze in the old days. You don't steel weld.
From what I understand.
You know, so I think this is a form of cast steel.
Got the rod bent good.
I know it wouldn't bend without heat. It just cracked. But as soon as it got red, it just bent. You know, it bent easy. Oh, wow.
Fuck, you got a brake pedal, buddy.
It looks so good, I won't want to put the floor in, cover it up.
Well, I wouldn't go there. She got Jolene to weld this up.
Well, you're not done yet.
Here you go. Did you want to try it? It's kind of a bead thing going on. You've run beads, have you?
Oh, most of your welding is the misery of little dots. You know, this is an actual weld.
Did you want to try it? Oh, she's going to try it. Do you want me to mic you? Nope. Give me the camera.
Yeah, most of your welds aren't welds as such.
So basically, you're going to...
And there's no flux, like if you use a stick, you have to constantly beat that flux off.
Got the air, it really makes it clean, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you're going to keep that wire in the middle of the puddle, and you're not going to pull the wire. If you pull the wire out of the puddle, that means you're going too fast. You want to keep that wire right in the middle of the puddle, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. When you start welding, you're going to have a... Go for it. Just do what you think. Start there.
If she can make 100,000 dots,
go for it.
And do a good job.
Yeah,
exactly. She can make a puddle.
Do that, baby. Just dot it. Run a big, nice bead dot, and then stop, and then do another dot.
Oh, she'll have no problem making a puddle.
Give her.
Yep.
You all right, man? You got her. Piece of piss. Yeah, you move her wherever you need it. Get comfortable. Just a second. I'm going to push it back a little bit for you. Get a little closer for you. Were you driving the Cavalier today, Jimbo?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to get the Ferrari out of the cubby hole yet. I got to move a whole bunch of junk and tools and tables and more junk. And so instead I worked on this Oldsmobile brake thing instead.
Yeah, good.
But the weather, actually until it takes like 2 till 1 o'clock for it to warm up outside.
Doesn't it? It's
Well,
not
in
summer
the
yet,
mornings
is
you
it?
gotta have like 3 jackets on and you're still cold.
It's not summer yet, is it?
It is by 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
How's it going, baby? Whoa, you proud of it?
Yeah.
Holy moly, you're hired. You're hired. That looks better than mine.
Well, if you
done.
can do hundreds of thousands of those dots and blend them together, you
Yeah.
can run a bead.
Yeah. Pick another spot and fill her in.
I
baby.
put another coat of paint on my steering wheel.
How's it look?
Good, real good. And I
Yep.
sanded it with 220
Yeah.
body fill.
Yeah.
Then I found an old can of enamel Ford DuPont car paint.
Yeah.
And it said you can put hardener in it if you want to.
Yes.
But I didn't bother. And I stirred it up and I painted on with a brush and it sunk into the body fill,
Yeah.
of course. So the next day I put another coat on it and that flowed right out and it looks good.
Awesome.
But I forgot to prime it.
That's okay. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. You primed it when
I
you put
never
your
even
paint
thought
on.
of it. You know what I mean? I went right to the paint.
Well, you know what? The paint probably sucked into the body fill. Was
Oh, it
primed.
did.
Yeah.
And that was the first coat. And being 220 sanding with the body fill, the paint sunk in. And then the second coat, it flowed. Anyway,
Did you have any pinholes?
no. No.
Just me.
Actually, there was a couple pinholes, but I think
you
it
must
was
fill them in. Yep.
it was from the roughness of the body fill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't because
Yes, I know what you're
because
saying.
it was just slopped on real rough, like you expect it to be messy. But I didn't want to do it overkill because look what it's on. The car, I'm not refining everything else, so I didn't want it to look too good. And I was anxious to get a coat of paint on it.
See what it looked like.
Yeah. And now you can touch it. It's smooth and shiny, like it's got a,
No, don't hurt your hand.
and it doesn't turn black, like body fill, like
Yeah.
my hands are always black and greasy.
Yeah.
So it's painted.
Awesome. Worked out pretty good then.
Yeah, real good.
Everybody was saying, I would have took it off and done that. Well, you couldn't get it
well,
off.
Well, I couldn't. I don't actually have a steering wheel puller. I was improvising, and the improvising didn't work quite as good as maybe. Because I imagine it probably wasn't on there any tighter than anybody else's wheel. I just didn't have a good enough puller. My puller kept making the center post go sideways,
Okay.
and that bent the shaft. So I kind of gave up before I wrecked it completely.
Going a little fast, are you? We're just filling in. How you going now,
Oh.
baby? Got her all done? I think, no, I think you should go on the other side, turn it over, and fill them cracks in. You know, not cracks, but cut marks. Let's flop it right over.
Ooh, that's hot.
Ugh.
You can't touch anything.
Flop it over, sweetheart, and just, yeah. I can touch it with my glove. I'll get it.
Oh, I can stick this straight
Let's
in
flop
here.
them. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
And while all those little gouge marks up, V's out.
There.
Is that thing hot? You just can't get
Maybe
hold of it.
just go right up on that, straight up. Yep, that'll work.
That thing's hot, baby. Was your hand hard from pulling the trigger, or is that hot?
Oh, she's got her own gloves.
Oh yeah, she's a Lincoln welder. Yep, just fill them full, fill them V's
Yeah.
shut full.
And there's a spot there that you can see where I grounded the metal away, and then afterwards realized I didn't have to, so I'd like to have that filled in.
You have to talk to the welder.
Yep, yep. That's on this side. It's not. They're not up to it yet. But anyway, I determined that Oldsmobile changed their brake pedal arrangement, you know, like
Yeah.
this brace and stuff, and the control arm every year.
Well, the model of the car was changed every year too, was it not?
Yeah, everything changed. Nothing's interchangeable.
That's something.
Yes.
Just make a bead along it, I guess, or.
Yeah. I grounded it away because I thought I had to,
And you didn't?
and I didn't. It didn't have to be grounded away.
Man, she's softening her too, ain't she? Huh?
That looks good.
Well done, Jolene. Well done. That's not going nowhere. You want
Right there. Just that one low spot. And just another bead on top of that. Just so when I grind it, it's down flush. There.
So now Jolene can fix your computer and your brake pedal.
Yep.
Jolene is Jim's computer tech. Hey, baby.
There, beautiful.
I know Jolene's beautiful. Back off, boys. She's mine. What do you think, Jimbo? She got her welded up for you, didn't she? Did a good job.
That is great.
That is great.
Yep, super great.
Super great, baby. Super great. You did an awesome job. That thing is some hot. That's not going nowhere.
Nope.
Little tiny spot right there.
Oh. Yep.
I got to fix that for some reason. You'll see that little spot right there?
There and there, too. There and there.
Just in case the water gets in there.
Termites.
What's that?
Termites.
Termites, yeah, in case termites get in there. Awesome, there's your brake pedal, bye. You won't bend that. You could bludgeon somebody to death with it.
Right there. Actually, probably don't have to because I'll have to grind that off anyway because that's real close to where the master brake cylinder comes.
I see you grind that off. You'll be fine.
No, that's good.
Fantastic. Anyways, I think that.
I sound fussy, but this is way better quality than if I'd done anything at home.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
So
I don't
we're
know.
happy
Yes,
with today.
it
Get
is.
the wheel well in. Watch that. That might be hard on you, Jimbo.
Yes, it is true.
Might be hard on you. But Jimbo's brake pedal's fixed. He got his bracket welded. We got the wheel well in. What I think about, did you bring the computer up? No computer. Guess you're going to have to write a comment and hope that we draw for a shirt or hat next time. But I want to thank everybody for coming back. Appreciate it. We got this wheel well put in. Now we got to tack it up here. It's pretty simple to watch, I guess. Us tack that up in there. Tomorrow I'm thinking that we'll probably try to put a fender on it. I got one fender for one side. I got two fiberglass ones. I want to put steel on it. But I'm going to put a fender on it. I got the driver's side fender up front.
You have, and the one fender you have is overkill. It's new.
Brand new.
When it'd be better if you had two used ones.
Yeah, probably. And this is the tire that we plan on putting on this bad boy. So you can see the difference between what's going on. Yeah. When I have put the fender up there and stuck it on there, it does not exactly fit there, so I'm going to have to do a bunch of work to make it fit. When the wheel opening itself does not fit the wheel, so that's going to have to be changed. So I'm going to put the fender on and do a bunch of work to get the fender to fit. And then I'm going to have to do a bunch of work to the wheel opening to make it fit the wheel. And I'm kind of basically going to be looking at the toy, and the toy has quite a wheel opening to it.
Because it looks in the pictures of the toy that if it was to drop down, it would fit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And it just happens to be way up in the air. But if it was down, it would fit. So that's your guide.
Basically,
you want your wheel well to be the opening of the tire in case you hit a bad bump and it's down. or if you put air ride on it, so hot rod height it drops it.
That's basically what I'm going to
And
do
then
then.
raise it for the Hot Wheels look. You
Okay.
know, so the wheel well opening has to fit the tire.
Well, yeah.
And then you have it jacked way up, of course.
Yeah.
Besides,
That's what I'm going to do then. So we're going to have to do that. But it's moving right along. It looks good from the inside. There's some pieces that we got to put on from the inside. But basically, it's showing how to put a car together. If you haven't got much for an automobile, I'm showing you how to put her together. It's pretty basic stuff, and I'm not sure how many hours we get in it. We haven't got a whole bunch, but we've got a few, obviously.
I like how smooth it is.
It's coming like it. It's clean, you know. It would last a lifetime. I'm thinking if you're going to take care of it. Also,
that's the rule with any car, though.
if you take care of it.
If you take care of it, it'll outlast generations of mankind.
And
And if you drive it as an everyday beater, in 10 years' time, it's in the junkyard.
Well, that's what exactly. It doesn't matter how good you sandblast these, clean them up, and make them. You can make it absolutely perfect. If you want to drive it for 4 or 5 years, it's done. Basically,
Yeah.
leave it outdoors and not look after it. It's done. Don't matter how good a job you do on it. So what I'm generally thinking is most people that restore cars or fix something up wants to take care of it so it does last. And that means not leaving it outdoors in the sun
Neglect
and in the rain.
is the worst thing.
Yeah.
Neglect.
Whatever. So
Yeah.
basically, it's going pretty good. I'm happy with today. Jolene did a fantastic job. I'm glad to see old Jimbo showed up. Got his brake pedal done.
There's no chance that brake pedal's not going to break.
No,
No chance whatsoever.
Jolene did a good job.
Yeah.
Fantastic job. So we're going to head out, and I want to thank everybody for coming back, and we hope you come back tomorrow. Sayonara.